Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, this is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 21st to the 31st, 2018 reading for you. If you guys would like to book a private reading with me, all that information will be in the description box below. I've shuffled and meditated upon the cards. Also, if you would, oh wow, there you are right there, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Wow, that's a powerful line. Also, if you would like to follow me on Instagram for daily readings, all that information is on my website, daneharttarot.com, and it will all be in the description box below for you. Okay, wow, this is powerful, guys. Alright, just give me a moment to take it all in and make sure you can see everything correctly. A little bit straighter. Okay, cool. All right. We'll get to that one in a minute. Everything is going to be doing a 180 for you in these 11 days. All right, you're going to be seeing things differently, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, and you're going to start having a lot more clarity. The stars behind her are really standing out to me right now. And that's definitely saying that things are becoming clearer, things are becoming better. Know that things are moving in the direction that you need them to move in for you to embrace your best self. But your life is doing a 180. In these 11 days, you're really starting to see things turn towards your favor, turn towards you embracing you more than ever before. And that's because you're boldly and bravely moving forward. You're harnessing your emotions right here because the horses are actually made out of, you can't see that. The horses are actually made out of sea foam, of water. Sea foam, so that's one horse head. It's the others. You see that better back here? Okay. Yeah, one and then two. And you are embracing you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You're taking your passions, your creativity. You're taking exactly what it is that you want. And what's changing is that you are letting go of doubts and fears that have been holding you back and have been breaking your heart for the longest of times. And no matter for whatever reason that you're letting them go, you're letting them go. And that lifts a weight off of you. You can just feel the tension come out of your body. And like a sigh of release, but also as if the tension all in your neck, in your shoulders, and everything just starts to ease. And that's because you're letting go of a weight that you've been carrying. And that changes the game for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. That changes the game. And now you have two court cards right here. Major Arcana cards. You have three in this reading, one court card, two court cards, there we go. And now you are embracing you. That weight is being lifted off. You are boldly and bravely moving forward. Sitting there, reining in your emotions, your doubts, your fears, your loves, your everything. Because Gemini, you move so quickly. And that's why people say, oh, Gemini's flighty, Gemini's this, Gemini's that. No, you are very, very smart. You get bored very quickly because you catch on faster than other people do. And now it's time for you to embrace what it is that you want to do. Instead of sitting there within the first 5 minutes of starting something that other people be like, oh, wow, that's so exciting. And you're like, yeah, well, I already know, not to be a know-it-all, but, kind of feeling, I already know how to do this well. Let's move on to something more challenging. You're taking the reins into your own hands. You're sitting there and you are cultivating yourself the way that you want to. For some of you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, you could be studying something that you've always wanted to study, but also for a lot of you, you're going to be really entertaining the idea of starting something on your own. No matter what that is, you're going to be embracing starting whatever. It's either going to be starting a new job, starting your own business, starting a hobby that you start to turn into a business, because you're sitting there, you're taking your passions and your creativity, you're reining in your emotions, so you're not letting your feelings run rampant and make you doubt and fear, because there's a lot of doubt here in these cards, in the Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords, so that you have to kind of combat while you're moving forward. But believe in yourself. Okay, there's also a lot of masculine energy here with the Chariot, the King of Swords, and the Hierophant, also the Page. So that masculine energy of not being so sensitive, I mean, quote-unquote masculine energy. Of course, there are sensitive men and everything like that, but this is just atypical masculine energy where you're kind of taking what it is that you want and saying, I deserve it, thank you. Or maybe not even saying thank you, but say thank you because it's polite. Taking what it is that you need to be the best you possible. And right here, this is you. You are an air sign. Air signs are represented by the swords in the tarot cards. You are right here. The raven here is showing that there has been a battle. Okay, and I think that battle has been within yourself. Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant from these cards here. That battle has been within you. Are you worthy of this? Are you worthy of that? Can you really do this? Can you really do that? The doubts and the fears that can cripple you, don't let it cripple you. Be like this king. Sit here proud and assured and affirmed in your right to rule. What is it? By divine order, kings rule? Especially in medieval times. By divine order, you have the right to rule your own life. And nobody can step in and usurp that from you. You have your sword here, so knowing your own mind, cutting through doubts, cutting through fears, cutting through nonsense. Also, be aware that at this time, as you're moving forward, as you're letting go of past hurts, past pains, there could be a sharpness to your words, or just you being a little bit more blunt than you need to be. It's not you being mean or cruel or anything like that. It's just you sitting there seeing the whole big picture, maybe before other people start to see it. Because again, your mind is working so quickly and so well. Your thoughts and your memories, Hunin and Munin, here in Norse mythology. Moving forward, knowing and embracing yourself. Embrace the changes that are coming in your life. Don't sit there and think that you have to stay where you are in order to be happy. Stay on the path that you are on in order to be happy. This is now saying it's time to look, and it's time to see what you desire, and have that light and energy ignite your soul. This is also saying not to be reckless. Right? Don't walk in to work and quit your job and, give everybody the finger as you leave and start your task, because what is it? Every rung you climb moving up will be the rung you pass as you fall, so make sure that everything is nice. I'm not saying that you're a fall, but that's just an old saying that my mom always says whenever she thinks any one of my siblings or myself is getting too big for our britches. She's like, no, stay humble, stay grounded, stay centered. And that's just really good advice, to just stay centered as this change is coming, as you're embracing yourself, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. That's wisdom from my mom on these cards right now to you guys. So there we go. Here we have the Page of Cups. Healing, beauty, joy, prosperity, bounty without fishing, freedom without being let go, deciding it for yourself. Healing love, beautiful love, being washed clean. Right now I usually say that this would be a port in the storm, but I'm not seeing a storm here. I'm seeing a cleanse. As if, you know what, it's over. Let it go. Whatever it is, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, let it go. You don't need it to hold you back. You don't need it to be what defines you. You're what defines you. And I don't know exactly what the healing is that needs to be let go of. Because for each and every one of you, since there are so many people who are watching, it's going to be different for every single one of you. Know that you embrace yourself and you move forward. You embrace your bounty and you move forward. Reining in your emotions and being washed clean. Now, this could symbolize a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces coming into your life. But this is also saying to embrace that energy. Embrace that energy of knowing what it is that you love, what it is that heals your soul. People might say that you're wishy-washy because that's what people say about water signs sometimes, but that's not the case. They, just like air signs, change. Okay, the winds are always changing, the tides are always changing, but they know in their mind. They know when to sit there and stay, and they know when to go away. And that's what you're deciding here, is you're making up your mind and you're moving forward in healing love. You're moving forward in the bounty that is you. The Hierophant card is again saying to watch your words. Your words are going to be very powerful in these 11 days. He's a bard. He is the most talented in his field, but he also has a way of words. Has a million stories stored in his head. Well, that's it now, isn't it? This is definitely saying to let go of something within your own mind that has been holding you back. A story for which you define yourself, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, that is no longer your defining moment. Whatever that story is, whether it be humiliation when you were younger, whether it be a disability, whether it be anything, that you have always sat there, and when you think of yourself in the quiet of night, it's the first thing you think of when you think of you. That's something that made you not good enough. Let it go, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. I know that's really easy to say and really hard to do, but the cards are saying that you are starting anew. You are being washed clean of doubts and fears, regrets, sorrows. You are embracing yourself, and because you are embracing yourself fully and utterly, because you know the power of the stories that lie within your own mind, you are going to be the best that you can possibly be. In the Riderite card, this is a pope with supplicants at his feet. Here, this is a bard, singular, doesn't need to be worshipped, but again, is higher than kings. The pope is higher than a king. It was the king of kings, right? The person that a king needed to ask the blessing from. Here, this is the person that held the stories that people listened to when they wanted to learn about their ruler. And he could either make them fantastic, or he can make them terrible and into a tyrant and into somebody you wouldn't see fit to rule your kingdom. Somebody that had to be replaced. The stories that you tell yourself, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, are astoundingly powerful. Make sure that you're being kind to you. If you wouldn't say it to somebody else's face about themselves, why are you saying it to yourself? This is heartbreak. This is pain. This is feeling as if enough is enough and having the urge just to run away. And this right here is what you're overcoming. The urge to sit there and say, you know what, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm just going to stay here and kind of just retreat. You're not good. You're not fine. Your thoughts are weighing heavy on you. You feel sad and betrayed, as if you're stabbed in the back, as if your thoughts become bigger than reality and become bigger than you. See how the swords are bigger than she is, or as big as she is. Don't let your mind and the hurts of your past become the place that you live in. Your mind is filled with richness. It's filled with beauty and glory. You have the stories of your existence held there. You have the good times, the bad times, and the in-between times. Live in the good moments of your life, and not just in the sorrowful ones. It's easier to remember the sorrowful ones because that's how we're programmed biologically. But you will be so much happier if you start sitting there and instead of saying, oh my gosh, I'm not doing enough, I'm not achieving enough, I'm not. Or, you know what, they were right what they said about me when I was, 6 years old. I was never going to amount to anything. That's fine. Let them say whatever the heck they want to say. They will anyway. Whether they said it when you were little, whether they're saying it today. People don't understand, or I actually think they do understand, that their cruelty has the power to make you stop wanting to do what you love. Don't give anybody that power, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Because your clarifying cards are saying that you can feel trapped, you can feel absolutely caged in by your thoughts, by the cage that you have made for yourself, by your thoughts, by your fears, by your emotions raging, and not knowing exactly where you stand, because you don't know where you stand within yourself. It's time to make a choice. It's a choice you don't really want to make, because you might feel as if you don't have to make it. It should be clear what it is that you're supposed to do. It should be clear who it is that you are. But you're making this choice in wisdom. And you are moving forward in the bounty and the beauty for you, and that is you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. No longer feeling trapped. Note how they're both blindfolded. She's blindfolded, folded to make her look as if this scene here is more, because she can't see it. So now she's left to the realms of her imagination to say, oh my gosh, the swords are all around me and they're going to cut me and I can't even move, whereas they're not. She can walk to dry land. Here she's blindfolded, holding the swords, making a choice that only she can make, and she's blindfolded here so that no outside influences can ruin her choice, ruin the decision that she's making, or influence that decision. You have to make the choice that's exactly right for you. It might be painful, it might be hard, but it's the choice that's going to let you feel freed from the cage that you're feeling, as if it's gripping you and holding you, the cage of your own thoughts. This is just a simple little move. Three of Swords, letting go of that pain, embracing this healing, beautiful love, being set free, and gaining bounty, moving forward in courage, having that courage that you are embracing, the emotions that you are embracing, the healing that you are embracing. Let your life do a 180. Take away the doubts and the fears that are clogging the mind. Moving forward with the attitude of course I can. Knowing what you want, knowing where you're going, knowing you're achieving, keeping your thoughts and your memories at your heart, but knowing that your failures aren't the things that define you. Pay attention to your words. Your words are very powerful, in and of themselves always, but especially in these 11 days, rising to the best that you can possibly be, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Make this choice, only you can make it. Free yourself from the cage that you feel within your own thoughts. You can achieve greatness, and you will be achieving greatness. Maybe not within 11 days, that seems unrealistic, but you are achieving the best you possible. Letting go of doubts and of fears, and embracing healing. Alright, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, I hope this reading resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. Bye.